In today's video, I'm going to talk about the 3 most important things when running an Etsy store. And if you follow these 3 steps, you can become a millionaire. Now, just to prove that, I'm going to show you multiple shops that have achieved $1 million or almost $1 million within a year. And some of them have done it within 6 months. So let's get into this. And if you're new to this channel, my name is George McConnell and I made over $1 million on Etsy. Before we get started, I just want to thank all of my subscribers, all the comments that you guys have left below, and also all the emails that you sent me with your struggles and what issues you're experiencing. It is helping me get a grasp on what you're dealing with on the day-to-day basis and how I can try to help you better. So thank you very much for that. Now, what I'm about to say is going to sound repetitive in some way, and you're going to be like, I heard him say that in other videos. But I need you to grasp how important this information is and how this will make you successful. Now, I understand that there's millions of videos out there. So you're hearing information over here and information over here, and it gets kind of crazy. And there's so much noise that you don't know what to do. So that's why in this video later on, I'm going to show you and prove to you by showing you shops that are doing this and how much money they've made, with one shop making over $900,000 in just 6 months. Another shop making $1 million in just a year. Another one making over $800,000 in less than a year. It's insane as long as you understand how to do these. It's all possible. So you can't just think, oh, well, I'm never going to be there. You will. I just need you to block out that noise and understand what I'm about to show you and tell you is the most important thing when selling on Etsy. So let's get into this. First things first is your niche. As I've suggested so many times before, only have one niche. If you want to expand it in the variations. Now, if you don't completely understand how to select your niche, I'll drop a link below to my video that explains how to select a niche and how to profit from that. But this is one of the most important things, is you are not an everything store. You're not a Dollar General. You're not a Walmart. You're not a, going to Amazon, which those are sold by third-party sellers, as you know. But you're not that person. You are your person. You are your store. You are your company. You do not need everything. Now, with so many videos explain, oh, well, if your niche is camping, you should have water bottles. You should have sleeping bags. You should have tents. No, you shouldn't, because that's ridiculous. What's going to happen with that is you're going to be so overwhelmed with how much SEO that you need to create for all these different products. And then when a trend changes, you have to figure out, okay, which one's going to have the trend change, which one's not going to have. You're going to be overwhelmed and you're going to be behind the 8 ball all the time. You're never going to get ahead because you're not understanding how that product works, how that product sells, who it's selling to, and how to profit from it. This is why only having one niche is the most important thing, because from there, you can at least dive down. So you'll have your category, your subcategory. There you go. Your variation. Boom. There's your niche. And now you could dive into how that audience responds to it and how to push it to unbelievable profits. But if you have multiple categories all over the place, you're never going to be able to get to that point because you don't even know where to start. Okay, now that we have that one niche, the next step is your target audience, which this makes it super easy because you only have one niche. Before, having multiple niches, you would have to target all these different people, all these different demographics. You have 18-year-olds shopping with 30-year-olds, shopping with 50-year-olds. They all shop differently. They all see things differently. You would have to adjust your SEO each and every single time a new trend adjusts based off of that demographic. This is why it becomes so overwhelming. And this is why the successful shops, we don't do that. What we do is we have one niche, one target audience. This allows us to concentrate on that one target audience and know how to market to them, how they see things. Should I adjust the picture? Okay, a trend's changed for them. Let me adjust the SEO. Now, with that, you don't have to do it on all these different items all over the place where you're going to get overwhelmed. So this is the second step that is important. And I'm going to keep drilling into everybody's head. One niche, one target audience. And you will see as I show you these shops in a little bit why they are so successful. They do this, I do this, and this is how you become a millionaire on Etsy, is by just targeting one specific demographic. Step 3 is margins, and this is super important. And I know that it's overlooked by so many, even myself. When I first started my own businesses back in the day, and I've had multiple businesses throughout the years, this is one thing I neglected. So I only started really paying attention to margins about 5 years ago. And once you understand and grasp margins, you can make unbelievable money. But see, the problem is at first, even me as a young entrepreneur, what I would do is I would be like, oh wow, I'm making this much money. Let's say $100, right? Oh, I made $100 on this one sale. But what happens is, how much was I spending on all the expenses to make that one sale? Was there ads? How much were the product costs? How much is shipping? There's so much variables underneath it. So say if you walk away with $10, did you really make any money? Because you sold something for 100, but you only made 10. Didn't make any money. So that's why it's so important to understand your margins. And the higher the margin that you have, the higher the net profit, the more money you make. Because gross is great, but money in my pocket, net, that's even more important. Because that's what I'm going after, and that's what I want, and that's what you can spend. I can't spend fake money, only real money. Real money is your net profit. So make sure that you understand, I'm selling this item for, X amount of money. How much do I spend to sell that item? How much is that item costing me? How much do I do on the back end that's going to, limit my profits? Because all you care about at the end of the day is the net. That's what you need to only be thinking about. How much do I net from this sale? So now we're going to jump into, and I'm going to show you some stores that are making unbelievable money in such a short time by doing these 3 steps. So with Mother's Day approaching, I'm going to show you a jewelry shop that is making so much money in the last 6 months. It's just insane. Now, first of all, with Mother's Day, this store itself has not even reached its peak because Mother's Day hasn't even hit. So a lot more searches are going to happen within the next week or two because people are going to be buying their mom some sort of gift, and jewelry is number one during that. So even if you search this up right now, right, and you go jewelry for mom, you can see using Everbee how many search results there are. So just for this, jewelry for mom is getting 11,207 monthly searches for that. Now, if you type in Mother's Day, we'll see how much comes up. It is 6,578. So this is just, it's going to get more and more, I'm telling you right now, because everybody buys last minute. So for right now, what we're going to do is we're just going to take jewelry. I'm going to launch Everbee here. And what I love about Everbee is, I can find out all these products without actually needing to go in every single one of them. So if I type jewelry here and this loads, I have all these, so I would need to go through every single one of them or pull Everbee and be able to do the product analysis, which will take down the whole first page. But I want to see a lot more than that, right? So opening up Everbee itself, I could type right into the product and just do jewelry. And I'm going to search this up. So let's see how many shops, first of all, are using this keyword, just jewelry. We have 3,565,000. So that's how many shops are going. You have this first shop here at 80 months, 113 months, 26 months. This is the shop right here that I'm talking about. 6 months old, just opened. Now this shop itself is pulling in $900,000 in gross so far in 6 months. So if I click on this shop right here and show you what their shop looks like, right? If I click on this, open this up, and then go to their store, I know it's pulling everything right now. I accidentally hit analyze. Now, if you look at this, it's only 95 items, right? You have their name, 14 karat gold, name, You know, another name thing. This is just the initials. Name, name, name. Another name. Sounds repetitive. I know. Name, 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 name. I know. But this is what I'm talking about. This store's niche is just jewelry, but not just jewelry, name jewelry. So either the initial, their name, a nickname, whatever you want. You open this up, you go to it, you select your option that you want, and then you select the finish and put the name that you're going to want. Like, what is your mom's name? What is your girlfriend's name? What is your, grandmother's name? And the price, $52.40 right here, 14 karat gold. If we change it to white gold, still same price. Rose gold, still same price. Say we want another extender on it, still same price. Very basic, very easy. Add the name that you want, mom, and there you go. This company, like I said before, $900,000 in gross revenue. But as you can see, one niche. Now we're going to move on to another company right now. So using that, another company that I've talked about in the past is shirts with the raccoon on it. So I just want to show you really quick, right? If I do the raccoon shirt, that company is 13 months old, and that company has brought in over $1 million in gross. So this is that company, 13 months old, right? Click on this, go to this store. Once again, you're going to see the same exact thing. I'm going to get rid of these ones. Okay. Go here, go to the store, and you have a raccoon, you have a cat, shark, cats, cows, another raccoon, a little teddy bear, a little frog, a little elephant, a cat, a rabbit. You see what I'm saying? I hope that you're picking up on this. Again, one niche, one specific thing. They have their category as a shirt, and then their variation is these little creatures, these animals, and all these different things. And they're all in the, custom look like this, but also a vintage look. So they're targeting people that are looking for vintage style shirts like this, as well as ones that are just outright crazy, like this little raccoon with his leg up, this one eating popcorn, things like that. This one right here where it's, hands up to the moon. But if I click on that and I go to it, I guarantee that they have it vintage in here somewhere. Yep, right there, vintage raccoon. This is their niche. This is their target audience. This is who they're going for. And this is why they've made $1 million in 13 months. Now, I'm going to skip it to another one, completely different, right? Weddings, huge, huge thing on Etsy. People always want to purchase for people that are either getting married or have been married, anniversaries, things like that. So I'm going to go to, let's see, 2020, this one right here. 6 months old. Only 6 months old. And it's a charcuterie board. So that charcuterie board, it says 124. It's obviously on sale, It's made $100,000 on just this charcuterie board. I click on this. Now, who wants to guess what their niche is? Ready? Charcuterie boards. They have five items. And this company has brought in $800,000 in gross with just these 5 charcuterie boards. $800,000 in gross. Insane. So let's go to another one here. We'll go to Everbee. I saw a video the other day about candles. Okay. And let's go to candles. So let's see what pops up. This one right here, 10 months old. You have all these other shops, but I'm concentrating on only shops that are less than a year old to show you how much revenue you can make if you just stick with that one niche and don't go all over the place. So 10 months old, right? Click here, click there, get rid of these. Okay. Now, again, who wants to guess what this company sells? Guess what? Candles. What do they sell? Only candles. That's all they're concentrating on, is just selling candles to their consumer, which allows them to target that one demographic, that one target audience. They don't have to go all over the place. They're just targeting people that are looking for candles. And all they have is candles. You want a candle? You come to their shop. Now, this company has not made, $1 million as of yet. It's made $422,000 in gross revenue so far in this short time. And that's pretty impressive for just selling candles. Candles, typically, if you buy them from Printify, they cost about $4, and then the shipping's a little bit higher at like about 6 or 7. But you can even get the candle cheaper if you sign up for the plan. But either way, I mean, it's pretty impressive. Even if they're getting only 50% of that back, they still made 200 grand in net profit. If they're getting, 40 or 30%, they're making a little bit less, but they're still making a lot of profit for not even carrying these because they're staying with one niche. How about, let's go back into weddings, because I like weddings. I think that weddings is a huge thing for Etsy because a lot of people want customization, right? So this one here, I've already showed you the charcuterie board, right? This one's a shirt company, Luxury Bachelorette, 11 months. Okay. $63,000 each month. That's how much they're possibly bringing in gross wise. That's insane in 6 months, right? So I guarantee before I even click on this, I bet you all her store is surrounded by Bachelorette stuff. Bet you. You ready? Let's go see. Luxury Bachelorette. Yep. Johnson's Special Club. And here we go. What did I tell you? This is why you bring in the money. This is why these companies make so much money, is because you're sticking with that one niche and one target audience. Bachelorette, Bachelorette, Bachelorette. It's all around being a bachelorette. And that's why she's making the amount of money she is. Because if you were to have this inside of everything store with all these different shirts, it would get lost or be confusing, or over the person that owns the store would be overwhelmed. They wouldn't know what to do. And because of that, they wouldn't be able to achieve this sort of amount of money in such a short amount of time. How insane is that, right? I mean, I understand that it's gross and not net, but I don't know how much they're spending on their items. Neither do you. You don't know how much they're spending on the back end on ads, or how much that item may have cost them, or what production partner they're going with. We don't know their net profit margins. However, just seeing how much they grossed in such a short amount of time is huge. Because even if their net margins were, say, 20, which is horrible, you want to kind of keep it at 40, right? But just even say 20, look how much more ahead they are than all the other competition. Just because they have one niche, one target audience. That's really what you need to go after. So just always keep that in mind. And as always, thank you for watching this video, and leave a comment below if you have any questions. Thank you, and talk to you soon. That's my chair. Probably makes noise throughout the whole video.